Right, I see Elder Malcolm was.
All right.
Let me go. And Elder, you're right. You said the GMS Chicago went live already.
Yeah, I'm live.
Sounds good. I'll check.
Let me
Good?
check.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And Shalom, Shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that's doing this work in truth and sincerity, that risk their lives and their freedom to do so. All right, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen nations that look like those heathen nations. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf, and I mean the very few women of our nation that listen and learn, all right? Because the women of the other nations, they don't really matter, all right? The women of the other nations are just going to be servants and handmaids.
Bring it out, read.
As simple as that. Real quick, get that in Matthew. Is it Matthew 24? The day of the Lord come like a thief in the night. Let's start with that.
This is
And you know, and you niggas and spiggers in the world, man. Just like when we give you a lesson. Someone from the Great Millstone, starting with the apostles and the elder bishops on down, will give you a lesson, and then they put in precepts, they put in history, they put in the meaning of words. They give you solid information that cannot be debunked.
receipts.
All right, they give you receipts, and then you still fix your lips to say something stupid. All right, to say something idiotic.
Unlearned.
Or very unlearned, and or blurt out your opinion, which doesn't match up with what we're reading or talking about. Even though the evidence has been displayed, I don't understand it. It's just. But then again, I do. The Lord said, "Give them eyes that they do not see, ears that they do not hear." Man.
Isaiah 6.
All right, and time is getting short, man, and there's going to be a payment for all this scoffing and all this backbiting. That's coming against the service of the Lord, man.
Make it pay.
Right, for offending any of the little ones. It's going to be a harsh, painful, rebuke from on high to your ass.
That's right. That's right. I got it. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? So the Lord says he's coming as a thief in the night, man. That's why the scriptures also says, don't be caught up with surfeiting and rioting and reveling and partying and going hard for Esau's world and this wickedness out here, unless you be caught unawares, caught off guard.
Jake wants to party and bullshit, all the time. This is Matthew 24:6, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places." All those things are happening now like they've never happened in the history of mankind. All right? Of the worldwide. All right? It said all these are the beginnings of sorrows. All right? Matter of fact, I was supposed to do a pro event yesterday and couldn't do it because a tornado destroyed the stage.
Yes, right. And all the cooks got molded and shit, right?
They couldn't even, the warehouse where all this stuff was housed.
The mats and all
All the mats and all the rods and the stuff that the set this, because this is the pro event. The stage is elevated, and then they got and then you got the light, the racks where all the lights go on, and the sound system and all the lights and the smoke. Everything got water damage because a tornado opened up the roof and fucked everything up inside. All right, but it says all these are the beginnings of sorrows. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. People hate us simply because of the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, for bringing it. Well, let me finish it.
Also do in the Amplified, what you just read.
Okay, kind. And it says, and then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. People get offended when you tell them the truth. People get offended when you bring the scriptures out. All right? And whether it comes out, whether I speak like a nerd or I bring it out rough and rugged hood style. Chicago style, motherfucker. Right? It's if I'm telling the truth and it lines up with what's being said in the scriptures, who cares how I said it, man? Right. Paul said, though I be rude in speech, not in wisdom, not in knowledge. All right? As long as I'm not lying to you and changing the doctrine, you know.
This is Matthew 24 and the Amplified.
Let me finish it, brother. I'm almost there. And it says, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. Hassad, Elder Nate, Bishop, okay, you know, and a whole list of other people, man, from the ninth camp, all right, from the ancient world, and that same spirit is back. And remember, for them guys, as part of the ninth camp, all right, that fell apart, it broke. Jerusalem still fell, all right. Jerusalem still fell, man. Yep. All right, and you still got sent into slavery with right along with everybody else's. The curses still fell upon your ass. Yep. All right, and it says, and because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Man, Israel is killing each other almost faster than Esau is killing us. All right, they'll get mad, you know, over Massey and shit, but then you know the niggas will shoot their own people in the face all day, fucking day long, man. Exactly. You niggas are full of shit. Hypocrites. And Esau's using this just to stir up chaos. Bringing out BLM. Black Lives Matter is a white organization with a black name.
That's right.
All right? Point blank period. BLM is a white organization with a black name. All right? You don't see them do anything for it's so-called black people, all right, until it's some sort of shooting or something, and then they jump on a bandwagon so they can get some political shit going. All right? As simple as that. So go ahead, brother.
All right, yeah.
And anything else you brothers got?
This is Matthew 24 in the Amplified. This hit a little Amplified. And when we go up a little bit.
Start verse 3. Because basically it lets you know who was inquiring, who cared about when these things would come, because when they came to him privately.
This is Matthew 24 and 3 in the Amplified. While Yahushua was seated on Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately and said, tell us, when will this destruction of the temple take place? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end? Completion, consummation of the age. Yahushua answered, be careful that no one misleads you, deceiving you and leading you into error. For many will come in my name, misusing it, and appropriating the strength of the name which belongs to me, saying, I am the Hamashiach, the Messiah, the anointed, and they will mislead many. You will continually hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you're not frightened, for those things must take place, but that is not yet the end of the age. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. But all these things are merely the beginning of birth pangs. This is the one that caught my attention. But all these are merely the beginnings of birth pangs, of the intolerable anguish and the time of unprecedented trouble. Ooh, I got to read that again. But all these are merely the beginning of birth pangs, of the intolerable anguish and the time of unprecedented trouble. Then,
to compared it to a woman, you know, in her labor pains. Labor pains don't just stop; they get worse and worse.
Then will they hand you over to endure tribulation, and will put you to death.
Turn that notice off.
And will be hated by all nations because of my name. At that time, many will be offended and repelled by their association with me, and will fall away from the one whom they should trust, and will betray one another, handing over believers to their persecutors, and will hate one another. All right, and I'll make sure, because they're lawless. Many false prophets will appear and mislead many. Because lawlessness is increased, the love of most people will grow cold. but the ones who endures and bears up under suffering to the end will be saved.
And that's mainly the men of the Lord,
That's it.
and you know, and the elect, those very few, you know, sisters that listen and learn, the very few. All right.
I got something for you, like I said, because you were saying how these people, they want to come and scoff at us and this, that, and other, because we go to tell them the truth and everything. This is Matthew 12, starting 36. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account there in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
There you go, man. It's like many of you are going to be condemned by your own vices.
That's it.
You know, a lot of you're going to be, hey, that movie, It was very spiritual. And the Lord is going to destroy a lot of you with your own fears, man.
That's it.
You know, you scared of snakes, you might get swallowed by one. A lot of people got swallowed by snakes recently. Alligators, crocodiles, spiders, you know, escaped inmates, whatever, however it be, man. It's things about to happen, man. And the king of terrors is getting ready to release terror on this society, man.
Can I back you up?
Absolutely.
Wisdom of Solomon 3:10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations.
Now that's it. If you ever seen the movie It, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Which
All right.
have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's scary, bro, because if you have a vivid imagination, you're scared of dogs, you're scared of cats, you're scared of rats,
Yeah.
scared of alligators, whatever you're greatly afraid of.
Yeah.
The Lord said he can even bring an apparition that's not even that, but just an apparition
Yeah.
to get you what and make you think it is, and have your ass spend like what was those people in those videos over
They
the
all
last day
saw something
spinning
before they
and turning
died.
around,
Around,
and
yeah.
then it's like, oh
The
shit,
sad-
there's that twirling, whatever that twirling
I believe
thing
it was the death angel came
That's it.
and
Yeah.
revealed a very horrific vision to them. They saw something,
That's right.
and then they all died shortly after. They all pointed and spun and was kind of swiping, trying to move something away from them,
Terrified.
like they were trying to run, terrified. And then they gave up the ghost. All right. So those videos were actually allowed to be shared in public and published for a reason, man. The Lord wanted those to be seen. All right. But yeah, so let's go ahead and play this video. Yeah, we're gonna play about maybe.
Now this is getting absolutely ridiculous. We have video footage of 8 armed Venezuelans, or they are presumed to be Venezuelans, part of the armed
Pause
and
it.
illegal group.
Pause it. He said presumed to be Venezuelans. We've all seen the images of the mask. All right, of those CIA Mission Impossible type prosthetic masks that they put on to make themselves look, that white men put on to make themselves look ethnic. All right, make themselves look black. They go from being Bradshaw to Tyrone.
Hey,
All right, with a pulling on of a mask and putting on some gloves.
right?
Right.
From the Boston Tea Party.
Then they try to fake pimp and still be off beat and shit. Right, exactly. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So there it is. So don't think that they don't do this. They have people put on these masks and do hits and do crimes and they videotape it. I believe a lot of those snatch and grabs that they were doing this as well. And a lot of those shootings that just get caught on tape for no apparent reason at all. I believe that they do that as well.
And they do it
All right.
for high profile, like presidents and shit like that. There's a big thing going on right now saying, where's President Biden? They saw him one time in a week, and then someone's called getting on the plane, but they're all saying they don't look like
Yeah.
him. They said that all the voice stuff recordings that Kamala was acting like she was talking to him. The AI said it was 99% AI generated. Right now, you can't tell what's
Yeah,
what.
so you don't know what's what, man. All right, you know, and they just watch the the Mission Impossible movies. All right,
Yeah.
all right. We'll put it back to the video, Bob Kashal. When he said that, you know, I had to.
Like the running man.
Hey, Shalom, beloved. Hey,
Peanut butter and jelly, man.
There was some niggas that happened in Chicago. They got shot up by some Edomites with some. You could tell they were was wearing no masks. You could tell because you could see the Edomite didn't cover his arm all the way.
You can see his white hand,
Yeah,
his
exactly.
pale flesh.
Yeah, that Moses said.
And this happened in Chicago, and they fired them up. They killed them niggas. It looked like
Yeah, and right, perfect shots.
Perfect shots.
Two to the chest, one to the head.
Sound like
And niggas ain't shooting that good unless they 1 foot in front of you. And they still might miss. Still shoot the dude next to you.
I seen it the other day. The dude cat up to 8 something on one, and he went in his pocket like he was trying to give him the money, and he pulled out his buster and did like this right there and missed. Like that's like he point blank, and then he run off. The other guy run off. I'm like, y'all some horrible ass shots because they don't trade.
Because they pull the trigger, they don't squeeze the trigger. They don't know, so that's why they be missing. Because they pulling it, and every time they doing it, they jerking it. So everybody to the right of your target is getting hit. If you right-handed, and if you left-handed, it's everyone to the left of your target is getting hit. They don't understand the difference between the pull the trigger and the squeezing of the trigger.
Right. All right, here you go.
That are coming into the United States, part of the Tren de Aragua group. Now they took over a robbery of a jewelry store, pointing guns to the customers. 3 Hispanic men in a separate incident broke into a house in Aurora, Colorado, pretending to be Amazon workers. This happened maybe a week ago. This is something I really want you guys to watch out for because this.
When the hell do 3 people show up to your house to deliver 1 package? And who's the stupid motherfucker that's gonna open the door for them?
Oh, you're Amazon. Oh, you are like nice.
All 3 of you?
The man just he tried to knock him out.
Juan, Pedro, and Jose? Oh wow! Really?
They had no guns. To me, it looked like they had no guns.
So go ahead, brother. That just was just.
This is exactly why you need to increase your threat operation, your threat area of operation, and your situational awareness. Now, how many of you get deliveries, whether it's Walmart, United States Postal Service, Amazon, I don't care who it is. These individuals broke into a house posing as Amazon workers. The mother was at home with her kids at the time. They say the men hurt her kids during the robbery. Now remember, the media doesn't want you to think there's ever anything wrong. They don't want you to think that you're not safe. They want you to think that no matter what, you call 911 and the police will come before they do terrible things to your daughter and your children. Now the accents that they have, according to eyewitness reports, says that they are part of the Venezuelan group. People must be vigilant, says one community reporter. Amazon should stop letting drivers use their own cars. It adds to the confusion of what is a legitimate delivery and who might be a criminal posing as an Amazon worker. Now, in further detail, 3 foreign men forced their way into a family home after posing as an Amazon delivery person. The foreigners were holding a package. They waited for the family to open the door. When the family finally did open the door, the suspects forced their way inside of the home, robbed them, and harmed them. 1 adult and 2 children were home at the time. Now, the police department's response, here's what happens. The police come. They say, oh, I'm sorry we couldn't be here sooner. Oh, you're going to need, trauma PTSD therapy for the next 6 years. Oh, your kids are never going to feel safe again because you were led to believe that you lived in a safe country, in a safe city, in a safe state, whatever. Here's what we can do for you.
The stupidity of any American, where you have double delivery show up from the same delivery company, but you got 2 people delivering the same package.
Never happened.
It was 3 of them.
All right, no, this was a separate. He said no, it was another individual. This was 2 men.
All come.
So this was a separate individual. So they bust in and hurt the family and whatever.
Even
All right, it makes absolutely no sense. But the fact is, what you got to understand is that these things are happening. Okay, they're not going to be able to tell the difference, or they're not going to care when Esau starts committing this violence against Jacob. He's not going to care about the Mexican American, the Puerto Rican American that was born here and been here all along. All right, between the difference between him and the Venezuelan who's been here a couple of years or just yesterday. All right, once he starts shooting Pedro, everybody's Pedro to him.
And it's funny because I got Venezuelans on the team and everything, and I got Mexicans on the team. And today I didn't have the Venezuelans, I had the Mexicans, 2 of them, and they was looking like each other. And somebody, 3 of them, and one of them got confused with the Venezuelan. And they looked at each other like, I thought you was Venezuelan. He said, I thought we was Venezuelan. He's like, hell no. That's the thing.
You see what I mean?
But when it come down to shit in the fan, all Venezuelans, Mexicans, niggas, Latinos, Native American Indians, all of them, we all niggas.
We all gonna be targets.
We all targets. They don't give a fuck about
And-
your darkies.
and- And they're talking about deputizing the good old boys.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to deputize these militias who have shown themselves to be very racist. A lot of these police officers are also in these militias. I wouldn't be shocked that if the police officer that just shot the young lady in the face, Massey, all right, that he's in one of those militias. Okay, and believe me, they're gonna do everything they can in their power to try to get him off or get him a light sentence.
I mean,
Right.
pretty much, they're gonna
But
say it's justified.
but nevertheless, she's another example of what we're talking about. And then she called on Earth Pig.
Perfect.
There is no power in the name Jesus. All right, the name Jesus literally means Earth Pig.
Cheese and rice.
That's what it means. When you the word the J-E-G and then the word Pan. All right, Pan is earth, G is pig. All right, so it literally translates Earth Pig.
And
And it's not his name. Never has been.
And the letter J is an advent of the 1524 Tricino experimentation with the letter I. It's
Exactly.
no letter J, and you can go Google this. They'll tell you this is not his name. The name of the Lord is Yahweh, and the name of his Son is Yahweh Shai. All you Negroes, Niggerettas, and people calling on sweet cheese and rice, sweet Jeebus, all right, Allah, Buddha, and all that stuff. The Lord is coming for you because there's no power in those names.
No, he gonna send the Edomite with the great sword to take care of you, man.
Do that.
All right, the hammer of the earth, him who could take peace from the earth, man.
There was no E and U in the ancient Hebrew.
No E, no U, no U sound, no E sound, no V, no V. All right, no Esav. You know, it's Esau. All right,
And this is not revolutionary.
I show exactly.
This is not
To be-
revolutionary knowledge, wisdom, man. This is simple. This is simple research, man. This is easy research. Jake don't pick up a fucking book. Jake don't do no real research. He'll research on how to make crack better. He'll research how to go ahead and make a tattoo better, whatever is madness better. But he's not going to go and ask what's history about the Lord, the scriptures, and history and languages. He don't give a damn.
And that's why it says in Matthew, you know, in 26 and 4. I mean 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Bring out your scripture, Kanasa.
This Acts 4 and 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
So, and we've proven thoroughly, even Bishop proved, all right, on one of the best video breakdowns in the history of the internet on the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
I don't know it.
Right?
He know, but he uses it sparingly.
Well, you know, but you know, you're hireling once you've been paid off, you know.
Well,
You
not,
can use it on his deathbed.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was getting sick and he was damn near ready to die, and then he was
Yeah, well, you
calling
know,
on sweet Yahweh Shai.
yeah, I think the Lord is preserved,
yeah, he got
preserving him so that he can be punished publicly.
I believe so
And
too.
because just the same way that Sakari is falling apart right now, and
And we said, started with the apostles on down. For years, we said the Most High's gonna start breaking up the motherfucking other camps.
and
If
I'm
man,
shocked. I didn't think that Sakari would be one of the first. Sakari would be one of the first ones.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I literally thought it would be IUIC or ISUPK or some of these other ones, but the Lord is getting ready to start these, especially them 501c3 charter camps, because you know them other ones, you know, they still could be, you know, at least they ain't you know made that covenant with Esau.
True.
You know, Wi-Fi and all, you know, a lot of them other groups, they ain't made no covenant with Esau, but these guys actually made a covenant with the enemy, man. They're 501c3 chartered.
And,
Right.
and the proof of
Which
how
means they're
bad-
tainted and cannot be trusted.
That's
And yet, I can understand why brothers would still, you know,
Yeah.
brothers, you know, brothers of the gospel, you know, why would you take your holy garments? Your garments are profane being with those guys, man. And you know what? Hey, look, I've said it about Al-Azhar out the gate, going all the way back to 2011. You know,
Now the funny thing,
when he got kicked out of the Washington camp, what he did to Elder Urad never sat well with me, and you know, and then he ran down to San Diego, and Sakari kicked off, and you know, and they were going hard teaching the same gospel as you, as Great Millstone to the T, and then all of a sudden I saw the merchandising. All right, and then all of a sudden the hat was on every time he was teaching. I was like, yeah.
Back to worse and
Yeah,
worse.
he did, and there's been no turning back since then.
Yeah.
I always say with these guys, these merchandising camps, there's always trying to sell shit, you know, on the internet, and not focusing on the work of the Lord.
Snacking off.
If I may,
Yeah, we all remember the snacking off video. Can a nigga just snack off?
Can I just snack off?
Whatever the fuck that means.
exactly.
Glow stick.
It's glow. About him, yo. That's what I was saying. Now the funny thing.
How the fuck you snack on a glow stick?
Man.
I don't even want to know. That one.
Now, the funny thing is, if you go back to a lot of these Johnny Come Latelys, they have no idea and clue about the history of the main elders and other subset camps and so forth. You're 100% right, because he was doing everything lockstep in that transition from him starting his own thing. But then it was
You tried causing that division too.
There was one video that came out. He said, "You know, I'm tired of taking the load. I've taken the load
I remember
all
that.
this time."
Yeah, I remember that.
From the moment of that video, he has waxed worse on an exponential basis.
Yeah, because he got a breakdown wrong and he got corrected.
Yeah, and he's
And so he got mad because he felt like, well, because he had followers, he was ahead of something, all right, and yeah, he didn't like the fact that he got corrected, and that's what that all turned
And
out.
from that moment, his doctrine went way off. And to show you how bad Sakari really is, because they're actually worse than what we even think. Because we see the bravado like even Apostle Tahar said, you know, Sakari's close to us and close to the doctrine we teach, but the proof that they're not is Hassad. He came from jumping camp to camp to them, brought them for the last several years. And he coming out with the madness coming out of his mouth after separating. They're not teaching over there. They're not teaching no real gospel. They're not teaching no real doctrine.
They podcast Israelites.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. And what do podcasts get you? It gets you views. It gets your name out there, and it's all about money. People there, because what's going up there? The Instagram, the Zelle. I mean, not
Cash
Instagram,
App,
the Cash App, the Zelle. And then they teach that woman-friendly doctrine, which we do not. The Bible is not friendly to women that are out of order. Right? The Bible, the Bible has order. All right, and that order is the Most High Himself, our Savior and King Yahushua. All right, then the man. All right, then the woman, then the children. That's the order. The Bible gives it to you. And this world today, women want to be equal with and above the man. All right, and then they want to bring their children up equal with and above the man. Put on the next video. Bring out your scripture. That's enough on that.
This is the bag of what y'all was saying about Shakar, Alizé, and how once he got fucking chastised and whatnot for breaking something down wrong, his doctor started waxing worse and worse. This is Hebrews 12 and 11. Now, no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous nevertheless. Afterward, it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. But that showed that as soon as he got the chastising, what did he do? He go left. So that means that he was never really in it to win it for real.
Well, you know he was doing all them rap battles today, because what was his rap name? Delirious or something like that?
Yeah, no shit.
You know, and a lot of his doctrine has been delirious.
Constant.
In a constant delirious state, man.
I almost put on the shirt with that.
Okay? He's been in a constant delirious state, because I think sometimes he turns back into delirious and he don't even know it, man.
Right.
All right?
That's true delirium, is that you don't know you're delirious.
Right.
That's right.
Don't forget Sakari was with the other assholes used to say that we used to beat heads and stuff. They was in that shit too.
PDF files.
Right.
What's that scripture? Happy to see who the Lord chastises.
Job 5 and 17.
And it's sad too, because the who we feel is the true elder of all Israel on earth today. And what we feel is only, what we think and feel is only what matters, because we're the only true spiritual ones out here. All right? And the men that follow the likewise doctrine. which is Apostle Elder Tahar.
Perfect.
And Apostle Elder Tahar actually had affinity for Eleazar.
Man.
It's clear that he did, and he would, and so, and you know, and look, we're all the fruit of Apostle Tahar.
That's it, brother.
All right, one way or another. Now we, you know, we came under the brothers that we came under, but if you follow the channels, the tree up, if you follow the roots back to the tree, back up to the branches, all right, and back up to wherever it came from, at the top of that tree is going to be Apostle Elder Tahar, right? Be it if you saw with me, it was Elder Bishop Zachariah, all right. So everybody has somebody that they were connected to, right? That drew them to the great millstone, all right.
Ariala in L.A. I didn't know about Great Millstone any camp. This is 2005. I come to Venice Beach, and it was Ariala, who was a contemporary of Apostle Tahar. If you all don't know the bloodline, you go to Nate and IUIC, that's Apostle Tahar.
Exactly.
You go to Sakari, that's Apostle Tahar. You go to a lot of these different camps. That's why we get mad at these
Including the bishop.
That's right.
Exactly.
He was under Apostle
He was under
Tahar.
and learned under Apostle Tahar, and his own, and he and his own organization just seem to ignore that fact.
That's right.
And see, that I get tired of people ignoring facts. That's why I have two history channels talking about historical facts, man. Biblical facts. Fuck your feelings, what you think and feel.
That's right.
Soft ass.
Hey,
No, it's the spirit. It's the spirit in the scriptures. Going into the Acts, the Lord said, "What if this is a men? All right, He was going to break it apart." So that's what you're seeing, and it's very fucking ironic. This is a guy that had unity camps. Now a guy in your camp has a different doctrine. Still go preach the word with him. It's a different doctrine, but that's what you stood for.
that's right. And getting awards from Sa Nigga for being the Hebrew Man of the Year. How you gonna let a motherfucking Kemet nigga give you a Hebrew Israelite award of the year, and you accept it, and then make a big deal out of it, and then come, and then when the men of the Lord cuss you out about
You
it,
just mad because you didn't get it.
it's like we don't fuck about something. Man, we don't care about no fucking medals.
From
no fucking
Sa
nothing,
Nigga.
man.
From Sa Nigga on top of that.
I said,
I
Son said.
actually got that precept.
Sasu and Betty.
I actually got that precept that Shapaya just quoted. I'm holding it on deck. Actually, this is on Acts 5 and 30. I'm gonna start at 36. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, to be ruled. A number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain.
Right.
all-
So this was a charismatic guy. You know.
Charismatic.
Yep.
Probably had some dope ass garments too.
Like smoke. And all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught.
right.
The Lord bringing all these other camps to naught anyway.
Con.
You know, verse 37. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him, he also perished, and all.
Right, because the common thing you're gonna get out of all this is vainglory, right? Just like in Second Esdras, man. Right, and that's what a lot of these young upstart camps. That's all they want. They want vainglory, man. They ain't really in it for you. How about you, shot?
Kind of like
Niggas
Murph
wanna-
said, add water Israelites.
Yep.
You know, right? Add water elders. Right? You know what's that dude from that one group that was bouncing around from camp to camp,
Before you got
disappeared for 2 years and then came back an elder? Yeah, Dopey. Dopey.
I call him
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, I call him Dopey. Them niggas is dopes. All right.
Change the Adam Abbott,
Yeah, they was,
changed the,
you know,
all that
just
shit.
there were another one, you know, youngins, you know, it's always the young guys that come up. I watched that movie Bikers, which was a really good movie,
That's a
man.
damn good movie.
And so it is a damn good movie. And what was the weird dude, the little nerdy dude that became a cop? How they beat him up that night?
Oh yeah.
And he was talking about he don't know about all these new guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then and he one of the OGs, one of the founding members of the group, and the young guys decided they ain't like what he said, and you know they jumped him and beat him damn near to death,
Yeah.
damn near killed him,
Yeah.
just because he said you know that he was ready to hang up his jacket and relax and maybe and become a cop. How cool it will be to become a cop. All right, and they damn near killed the guy, man. But the point is that the group when they first started riding, you know, they were just a social group that hung out, and it was all about being cool, hanging out in the bar, and just riding your motorcycle and wearing your jacket. You know, then these new guys came in and started turning it into something else.
Right.
You know, and of course, you know, it wasn't like they were just a bunch of bitch niggas. They would protect each other, but that wasn't what they was about. But that's what it became. New niggas always get in shit. It's the same thing with the gangs in Chicago.
I was gonna say
The gangs in Chicago didn't start off as gangs at all.
They was a softball.
All right, they started off as many things. Some of the gangs started off as defenders of their neighborhoods.
Right,
Edomites. All right, but over the years, you know, they lost order. And when Esau infiltrates and puts his foot in everything, and you know, but the thing is that none of those things were of the Lord. That's the point of it.
Yep.
Going back to what Shapati was saying.
It's all vainglory and people going after their own so-called self-righteousness, which is not righteousness at all, as the scriptures say. Go ahead.
Bring him out, brother. Before you do, though, I gotta get this one to say what he says. But somebody grab it. Second Ezra 14:34. Real quick.
Second Ezra 13 and 44.
No, 14 and 34. Based upon what you just said, man.
All right,
I got it right.
You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 34. It says, "Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding
There it is.
and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy."
So if you reform your own thoughts, your own ways, man, the Lord's ways are higher than your ways, man.
That's it.
And you think you're gonna outthink the Lord. That's what Esau Edom's trying to do right now, and he's lost his grip on the world, and they're already at each other's throat, and they're about to have World War III.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring out your scriptures.
So I got two of them. This is the first one, Ephesians chapter 2. I'll start at verse 9. It says, no, I'll start at verse 8.
8, yeah.
It says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High God, not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship." You see, we are the workmanship of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And if you truly believe in the workmanship and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know that he does things decently and in order. We read the Bible, and it's the biblical history that there were always some top men. And amongst those top men, there would be a top man. Now, either Hassad and Sakari or whoever you want to, they're the top men. All right, because there's some top men on the earth, just like you read in Acts 15, where there was a disputation, there was an argument about something scriptural, and then they said, you know what, even Apostle Paul said, you know what, we having this disputation, you know what, let's take it to the top. So the argument could be over with. Once you go to the top, and somebody don't understand something, you got questions or whatever the case may be, well, if we, you know, couldn't figure it out ourselves, well, let's just go to the top. And so who did they go to? The apostles. And then the apostles talked about it, heard the matter, and at the very end of it all, the apostle Peter, who was the top man of the top men, he said, you know what? This is what the Spirit says, and this is what it is. I'm sending these men back with you with this letter. Argument done. This is what it is, whether you receive it, believe it, or not. Argument done. You know what I'm saying? And so,
and you know what, y'all?
Yes.
These assholes will use the scripture you're using until they're disproved.
Exactly.
Continue.
Exactly.
I just wanted to say that.
So let me read it again. It says, for we, back in Ephesians 2 and 10, it says, for we are his workmanship, created in Yahushua unto good works, which the Most High God hath before ordained that we should walk in them. And then I have 2nd Ezra chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 38 and read pretty quick. The point is in 41. It says, arise and stand up, behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord. All right, and that's the whole point. Beseech the power of the Lord. Do you believe in the power of the Lord? And that the Most High God, when He set up His men to be His mouthpiece, there is going to be decently in order. There's going to be a rank and file. So again, there's going to be some top men, and amongst the top men, a top man. Do you believe in the power of the Lord or not? And if the apostles of Great Millstone are not those top men, who is? Are you Hassad? Are you Sakari, Deacon Hakai, or Alizar, or whoever? Are y'all the top men? Then say that y'all the top men, and y'all need to follow y'all, since y'all the top men. Since you can't be corrected, you can't be told. You've been, you ask these questions about Ezekiel 38 time and time again, and they've answered them. They've answered them and went through the scriptures. With precepts. And here it is. You continue to ask again and again. They just showed up in North Carolina.
Do the same shit vocab. Do the same shit vocab.
Exactly. When you're asking the same questions, just like vocab, like the elder said.
It's like the apostles came out with the Apostle Gabar went into it. Y'all and Apostle Tahar. That's Matthew 25. Come give me some of your oil. You should, if you were built up righteously and you've been in the truth for 5, 6, 7. Matter of fact, if you've been in the truth for 6 months to a year, you should be solid. You should be. You come up under your teachers. All right.
That's it.
Be assured of who you've been taught and who you learned from.
Right.
These are unruly.
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable and unruly niggers and niggerettas.
That's it.
They do not. First of all, this is not rocket science. I asked Hassan, show me one scripture that says Gog and Magog, which is so-called Russia, you think that today is going to be ruling. They're going to be in bunkers, running and hiding. This is going to be earthquakes and massive this and that. And we talked about it in the elders' room, how we were saying the same thing the elders were saying. It's one body. The whole body of the Lord is showing you that once Esau, Babylon goes down, it's done. It is finished. And here you are. Well, it's a minor disagreement. Minor?
Well, here it goes. According to Isaiah 52, it says basically the men of the Lord, the watchmen was going to see eye to eye.
That's it.
Obviously, y'all ain't the watchmen. Y'all ain't see eye to eye. We got everything in common.
Perfect.
Right, and where is a bunch of people that's following Hassad, I'm talking about that's teaching the exact same thing that he's teaching? Where is the men in the group that would be eye to eye on one accord, speaking the same thing?
Hey, y'all need to listen to Hassad and have a debate. Y'all need to go ahead and debate.
Right.
A dialogue.
Hey, a debate for what? When we as the prophets of the Lord, we do not have the power to give increase.
Hey, look.
We just do our job and we plant and we water, and it's the Most High God that's going to give the increase to whoever his sheep is. We don't need to debate you.
By the time the men of the Lord was done with him, that dude was Bobby Green, and he didn't it didn't end too well for Bobby Green last
Couldn't
night.
even tap out.
His ass was tapped out and broken arm. Fucked up ligament arm.
Even though he left Sakari, the nigga still took a bad. He still worked.
It's like, for the record, when the scripture talk about filthy lucre's sake, it doesn't always just mean money. Lucre is gain. If you're trying to get fame, if you're trying to get notoriety, if you're trying to be the man, I'm leaving. I'm not saying that's why he left. I'm just to be in my own camp. I want to run the show. See, that's not who the Lord dealing with.
But you know what? He got that. But you know what? You know, you attract what's that? Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. So that's what Al-Azhar did.
Yes.
And if brothers who remember, I called it. You know, I said it. I said that's what he was all about. That this guy's just trying to shine and be somebody special.
And guess what? The people that's
and I called it, and the people that's leaving him are doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Because birds of a feather flock together.
It was some other cats that left.
Because they didn't got big, got their own following, got their own name, and they feeling like, hey, you can't be the man no more. I am.
Hey, yeah, and one of them was like, hey, man, look at our, this is our new emblem. You know what I'm saying? how our new emblem look. Yeah, it's nice, ain't it?
But you know what? One of the Sirach 17.
Got my logo?
Yeah.
Sirach 17 and 10 said the elect shall praise his holy name. So one of the telltale signs is they never promoted Yahweh Shai. So he never had a chief cornerstone. So that shit was going to fall apart anyway. One of the telltale signs of group, the Lord ain't dealing with them. They don't promote Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. We open up with that every video.
Exactly.
And
let,
it
me
closed with it too.
Right, exactly.
let me back up. This is Rock 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. That goes right what Shakari said. They didn't promote Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
Nope.
That's what it's all about. It's not about us.
Right.
It's not about us making a name for ourselves
Nope.
or we so mighty because we got this understanding. No, it says, how can we boast? We received all of this.
Right.
The knowledge we have is so we can do the work.
We're puppets, bro.
Right. We have it so we can do the work. All right, it's that simple. So the Lord can get praise and honor. Now the Lord is just so raw and merciful, well willing with elect. He's going to share. Yahweh Shai is going to share his inheritance with us. But that's not what this is. This is doing the work for the Lord, man.
Yes, we're
Profitable service.
putting Yahweh Shai on a pedestal, man, because Yahweh Shai is the only one to beat death. And so this is what we're talking about, promoting. This is who we're putting on a pedestal, the prototype, Yahweh Shai. This is what it's all about. All shine, Yahweh Shai. All praise, Yahweh Shai. All glory, Yahweh Shai. And then that's giving all praise and honor and glory to the Father, because he said, do that to my word. You see? And the word is Yahweh Shai. What you got, Pops?
I got 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves.
Most High Christ. There's scriptures in the New Testament that says this is by being interpreted the Messiah. Christ being interpreted the Messiah. You can go skip right over there because you didn't read that, Bishop, and say Most High in Christ blessed. If you know that it's Messiah, it's an interpretation of Christ, you will never go to a Greek heathen Edomite language to call your Lord.
Exactly.
It's that simple. That pisses me off so much. Most High and what blessed? Who the fuck is Christ? I never met that nigga.
Right.
They Christian as shit. That's not Christ. You think Christ is on that shit? No. Christ is nothing but a word that's an act. There's nothing to do with Hebrew. Ain't nothing to do with the Lord. Nothing to do with his powerful almighty name. And he said there's only one name you can call on to be saved. And they fuck that all up. And then even Sakari, other groups, they'll be all praises to the Most High, APPTP, whatever the fuck. Christ. I hate that
They
shit.
staying Most High in Christ blessed.
Right.
Bro, who the fuck is he?
Let me get the second verse. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Yeah, what you call the elders? Old farts, old couch potatoes, things of that nature.
What did he do?
Yeah, you forget the
Go ahead, man.
first principles of the oracles of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That you have need that a man teach you. Well, all you niggas got this doctrine from the elders, because if it wasn't for the elders, it was like the elders going to, there was certain camps still going out. But when this thing got pushed on YouTube, that wasn't under y'all banner. That was strictly under the banner of the elders of GMS. And look how much fruit
And the
has
other
grown.
camp, right? And the other camps were watching them as well. All right.
It's evident who the man of the Lord is. Evident.
A tree will be known by its fruit.
fruit.
And you go to Sakari, ISUPK, IUIC, GOCC, HOI.
You'll get a bunch of lined up dudes with long ass hair down the middle of their backs.
Different doctrines.
With different doctrines.
Hats.
With hats on, heads covered, lined up, crispy.
Hey,
right?
I got one question.
T-shirts.
Where is all the videos and the fruit and the produce from all the men in those
Man, if
goddamn camps?
IUIC men were up to par and actually doing videos, it would break the internet.
Come on!
It would break the internet. If they added all their videos onto ours and everybody else, and same thing with ISUPK.
That's right.
All right,
And Sakari.
because they got a lot. They got a lot of members. But if you notice, whenever they come out in Chicago, which is maybe 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's true. About 3-4 times a year they come out. And when they do it, only 1 or 2 guys speak.
They should call us a PWI, Perfect Weather Israelite.
There's an air quality report on the weather app. We can't go out today.
The wind dew is too much.
There's too much dew out.
The wind
Too much humidity.
The humidity is gonna be
The-
86% today.
But
See,
them niggas did show come out deep about that lady, and she did throw the goddamn pot any goddamn way she got her ass.
It don't even matter. My whole
You
thing
know,
was-
but they was deep as hell, but they don't never come out to teach the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
They came out for the lady, but not for the Lord.
They didn't even do
There you
a
go.
fucking video.
Matthias, you watched the
You would
video?
go march, but you're not even gonna do a
She didn't
video
do the
about it.
part.
Right.
But you'll go march though.
Because they
That
wanted
shit's
to
right.
go and make their showing to please their handlers so that we can all be demonized. And them dummies think that they're gonna be exempt from it. No, they're coming for you first, man.
And that whole show that they did in that area, nobody know about Yahweh Shai.
Nope.
Nobody know about the will of the Father and the kingdom of heaven to come, and that's what it's all about.
That's on TV.
Nobody
Yeah,
know about repentance and turning back to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Making your body a living sacrifice, not being conformed to this world, but being transformed.
Taking
by the
L's and
renewing
taking
of your
L's
mind.
and taking L's. The apostles been taking L's since
Suffering.
1970.
Suffering.
Started with Abba Bivens.
Starting with Yahweh Shai.
Oh,
He
come
suffered.
on.
He said, if you suffer with me, we shall be
Ah,
glorified
man.
together.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what do the people that they went and marched know about that?
Come on.
They-
Nah,
they-
what he say?
Because they didn't teach them anything.
No.
He say, come
Because all
join
they did was hunt 2, 3, 4.
That's it.
I was
That's it.
Who's the king? The bystanders talking about, oh, they look sharp.
Yeah, that's it. They look sharp. Bunch of men to just come together, do some cake.
All I saw was long ass ponytails and dreads to the middle of their backs.
And you best believe they had to call the city to get that,
Yeah, absolutely.
together. They do that. They couldn't just show up and do it,
Nah,
What the fuck is that doing?
No.
You know the milk is what wake up people. Every time we're out there preaching, someone come up and we talk about the Isaiah 14s and 1s, the Deuteronomy 28s, and the scriptures that just talk about the milk. The desire, you brought it up last Saturday, the desire, the sincere milk of the word. That is what's waking
That's
up
what it
Jesus.
makes me.
Yep, that's it. Not no sitting up there marching, man. And then the true men of the Lord, the true prophets of the Lord, got to get on everybody else. And that's why the true prophets are most hated. All right, that's why the true prophets ain't gonna be, demonized. They're gonna be, people gonna say, "Oh yeah, y'all just hating," all these things. But this is our job, and somebody got to do it. And call a lawyer, to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for being hired for this job.
Y'all jealous of Hassan.
And it says that we can be like partakers of the suffering of Yahweh Shai. You see?
Y'all jealous of y'all jealous.
Why you getting that?
of
Bring out that scripture you burning with, brother.
Yeah, this is 2 Timothy, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 8. Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds, reprobate concerning the faith. But they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was.
That's prophecy right now because it's all being manifested right now. If
That's
you read the law,
scripture.
that's perfect. You read the law, statutes, commandments, and the scriptures. The Lord says a tree will be known by its fruit. You're not going to walk up to a tree like what the scriptures say. You're not going. The son ain't going to ask for some bread. You're giving him a stone. The Lord he ain't going to ask for some juice and you're going to give him some poison. You're going to give them the truth.
What they need.
What they need to grow their body. They're not because they do not. They're hirelings. They cannot care for the flock because they're hirelings. The only people who care about your business is the people who own the business. All right? If you don't own the business and you're invested in the business, they're not going to work for the business. They're going to just use the business. This truth right here, you have to understand. We're part of the ground floor opportunity. We're part. The Lord said, everywhere the soles of our feet shall tread is yours. So are you mad at what Esau, Edom, and the wicked is doing with your property, which is the property of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the elect men? If you're either complicit or you're motherfucking a culprit.
You're going to stand on your square. Brother, read verse 11.
Can I read down or?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Verse you read to verse 10. To verse 10. Read 11.
Verse 11, it says, persecutions and afflictions, and came to, it says, but thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, and at Iconium, at Lystra, what persecutions I endured.
So what this is telling you, that literally this is what the men of the Lord are going to go through. The men of the Lord are going to be persecuted. They're going to be looked down upon. They're going to be talked about in a negative light, and we're fulfilling that right now. All right, we're fulfilling that right now. You still got people that are pushing that lie about us, dealing with underage girls. And that was a complete, and the person who started that lie even apologized for it. But you see, it went out there. And so people hear that, which just becomes an excuse not to hear the gospel. All right?
Yeah, if I may.
Read it out, bro.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. I'm going to read it in the NLT. And right above it, verse 12, it says suffering for being a follower of Yahushua, right? But of course, it's a follower of being a Christian, but that's a follower of Yahushua, right? And teaching the same thing that Yahushua was teaching. So it says, here, friends, don't be surprised at the fiery trials you are going through, as if some strange thing were happening unto you. Instead, be very glad. For these trials make you partners with Yahushua in his suffering, so that you will have the wonderful joy of seeing his glory when it is revealed to all the world. If you are insulted because you bear the name of Yahushua, you will be blessed. For the glorious spirit of the Most High God rests upon you. If you suffer, however, it must not be for murder, stealing, making trouble, or prying into other people's affairs, but it is no shame to suffer for being a follower of Yahushua. You see? So if we're about defending the gospel, we're about saying, oh no, you talking about you a teacher of the Bible, but you breaking it down the wrong way. Here's the correction. And you don't want to see the correction, and so you mock us, you scoff us, you demonize us, you hate us, you do all these things.
Why would you want to teach wrong technique?
Man.
So if I'm being taught something and I learn that no, brother, you leave it out of detail. You gotta, if you do it that way, you're gonna get knocked out. If you do it this way, you're gonna whatever. And I get corrected.
Right.
I'm actually excited that I got it right.
Exactly.
All right, because I was sold on this thing that I was doing wrong.
Right.
And then I'm teaching it to other people wrong. Right. I don't want to teach wrong. I want to teach properly.
Exactly.
Who told Leon Edwards to do this? We was talking about yesterday. I ain't never seen in all the fights that we ever seen somebody defend like this. Let me defend like this. And every time he did that, he went under and fucked him up.
He punched him first and then went under and take him down. It made me have doubts about, but anyway.
The integrity, but you practice what you taught. You do not deviate from the things
I watched that guy strike.
Freestyling. Now you fumbling.
No, I watched that guy fight many a times, man, and what he did, and that's kind of like, and that's a good relation to what we're talking about. Because, these guys, they doing that garbage ass defense, and every time they do it, it's holes in it, people punching you right through it.
Swiss cheese,
right? So, you got a matter of fact, let me go back to what,
right, and we have the unpopular job, all right, to correct you. We have the unpopular job to rebuke.
Yeah.
You see, but rebuke and correction, that's love. So you're not even taking the love being extended to.
But you know what? Jake hates correction.
Yep.
That which makes me think about the comments on the comment board of this video. Let me read this real quick. Yeah, we're gonna play this. It says, I'm just continuing where Lahat was, 2 Timothy 3:13. You gonna read on down? Yeah, read on down to about 16.
Come on. It says, and all 2 Timothy 3:12. It says, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Yep, and that's a lot of these men out there, Hassad being one of them, who follows the people who follow Al-Azhar, man. Because I didn't met and conversated with some of them brothers from Sakari, Chicago, and a lot of them brothers, I believe, was really sincere, man. Matter of fact, I had the head tell me, looked me right in my eyes, shook my hand, and told me, brother, I watch all your videos, man. So, and I was like, oh, well, good, brother, with Shalom. Because I have to be honest, I've never watched any of theirs. I've never watched it. I mean, no, I'm not big.
No, I know what you mean.
But I've never watched because I had issues with Al-Azhar. All right,
Who the
I didn't
fuck
have
is
issues
that?
with the men of Sakari in Chicago that were actually on the highways. I had issues with Al-Azhar that would never resolve going all the way back to 2011, right? Because he popped up like late 2010.
Yeah.
All right, and then and then as soon as he got there, all the drama started in that camp. 2011, he didn't even make it he didn't even make it a year, barely in the Great Millstone, man. Because he came in about 2010. It was around that time, unruly. All right, by the time 2011 he was out of there, you know. And but nevertheless, man, I've always had issues and never trusted him. I never felt like he was sincere from the time he put the hat on, you know, because once he did when Sakari, the first couple of years Sakari was going, and he was teaching the same likewise doctrine as us, I was like, okay, then this brother might be all right.
But his hair kept getting longer.
Then his hair kept getting longer. Yeah. Then the hat went on, and all of a sudden, you know, he had hair down to the middle of his back, ponytail teaching. Had on when he's teaching. I'm like, what the fuck? What's all this?
And then came to New York to come get to deal with the apostles, grabbing on the apostles. Yeah, this motherfucking nigga.
This nigga right
this
here.
This nigga right here. We're in common. I mean, the Lord says, matter of fact, to show you that the order of the Lord, man. Peter and John coming to the temple. I mean, to the tomb of Yahweh Basham Yahshai. John wouldn't even enter into that to the tomb until Peter came.
That's
order.
So glad you said that. Right. Play the video. It's all about order. And when you read the comment board on here, I hate niggas and I can't wait for the 2/3 niggas to get put to the sword right along with them big mouth, whorish ass, queen ass nigga women. All right.
And queen means prostitute.
When the Lord. Wow. You know, yeah, queen spelled Quean. It's original spelling. All right? Hussy, prostitute, whore. That's what it means. A port whore. That's a bar hog. That's what they call them. That's exactly.
A lot lizard.
Hey, Elder.
Hey, that trucker said that's a lot lizard. He ain't lying.
The head.
All right, okay, it's like I want to play.
And yeah, the people on the comment board, Jake, this goes to show you, Jake does not want order. And look at the bugs on her eyes.
Okay, what happened?
See, I work all day. All day.
Okay.
What you mean what's wrong? You got your son eating before me. How you gonna tell me something? No problem, because he was here before you first. What's the issue? Who paid bills here? Look at him. You gonna eat, ain't you? Your son eat before me?
Beat the fuck out of
But you gonna get paid, so why are you complaining? Look at this, dog. I come this, I'm gonna explain to you, dog. I work 12-hour days. I come home. She got curry. What she got? What she cook today? Some curry chicken. Curry chicken. Look, her son is eating before me. So what's the issue? You have no plate. So what's the issue? You think like this all the time? I told you about that. I told you about that. So what's the problem? You're still. I'm tired of this, bro. You disrespectful. Okay, so you don't want to eat? Do he pay bills here? Do he pay bills here? No, when he was here, you always complaining about this. Everybody eat. What I do? What I tell you when you moved in? That I'm the man of this house, and I should be treated as such, right? Oh, you don't get the problem? No. I'm gonna see the problem. Excuse me, bro. Excuse me.
Damn right!
Fuck that motherfucker.
That is okay.
Pay my ass, kiss my ass. Nobody can eat. Nobody can eat. Damn right. Don't touch me. First time seeing that. Damn right. Fuck.
That's it.
All right, so yeah, it makes you mad, man, because what they don't understand is that we had customs among our people, all right, and it's called order, all right. And she says, "Pack your shit now, ma'am." Yes, Hillman Williams, you right? She can move in with you, all right, because he said when you moved in, so he took in this woman and this child. Look, I keep telling you, Israelites, to lead it, and you saw where her headline was back to the middle of her head in the first place, all right. Leave these hat wearing baby mama, they got all them babies and all them different baby daddies. Leave these heifers alone, man. Hey. If you gonna deal with the headache of a child, let it be your own. Do not, you a young man, do not go and put yourself in that situation, man. Because because look, we had customs, and these customs are right there in the Bible. Now we want to read the comments.
Yeah, I gotta go. I can't.
I
gotta go log in to do that.
The you can't go up and down the comments.
I'm about to in a second.
Okay, because the comment board is sick with everyone supporting this woman and coming against this man. No, he's the man of the house. Look, and if you went back just to the 1950s, all right, early 1960s, families ate dinner together. Everyone sat at the table. The father sat at the head of the table and got his plate first. And so, and guess what? That's order, and that's actually in the Bible.
Right.
All right, you're supposed to serve the He's the man of the house. Without him, like Saint Benji said earlier, the boy wouldn't have shit to eat. He and his mom moved into his house, and he works 12 fucking hour days to provide for them. And all he asks was for order, and that they eat at the table, and that he gets his place first. That's all he asks from this woman.
Yeah, and this bitch didn't even try to rectify the situation. It's simple. For one, he already talked about it, bitch, just get in line. She talking shit instead of giving his plate. He still had a plate. The video lasted for 2 minutes. Arguing, he still had a plate the whole damn time. Bitch, what's going on?
Ain't nobody eating.
You want to
Give
know?
him his fucking plate. He come home, he want his fucking plate.
That's right, brother.
He don't want to do nothing else. He don't want. He didn't take his vest off.
Yeah, vest is still
He want his
on.
fucking plate. He hungry.
And then he reiterated, said, no, when I first told you, when you moved in, which means he said he made a contractual agreement that I'm the man of the house. This is how I wanted to be run. And I'm coming here and I ain't got no food and I gotta come wait behind somebody else to get some food.
And then an old bugged out colored head with the damn bugs on her eyes. All right, like she all shocked, and then all them whipped and them sorry simple. No, the child come first. The child don't come fucking first.
Absolutely.
That's not the order that somebody get it in the scriptures real quick.
If the father dies, if the parent dies, that child is fucked.
Exactly.
That child needs the parent.
Because clearly his father ain't feeding him.
If the child
All right,
dies,
that
the
man
parent
is
can make
feeding.
more children.
Yeah, I got a precept real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
This one Yahweh Shah said, right? This Luke 17:7. This Yahweh Shah speaking. But which of you having a servant plowing or feeding cattle will say unto him by and by when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat, and will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself and serve me till I have eaten and drunken, and afterward thou shalt eat and drink.
There it is. There it is. Is the record, the law, the Bible. All right, the man of the house is supposed to eat first. Thus saith the Lord. See, but they'll all scream that they're Christians.
Can I bless your card real quick?
Bring it out, brother.
This Galatians 4:1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, and it's talking about a prince to be king. Right. Differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. A child is meant to be. Hey, look, back in the day, the remote, my OG can have the remote right next to her. She'd call me in the room, and I understand why. Cause she could have literally just leaned over and grabbed it, but she'd call me from my room because that puts you in your place. Right. It makes you realize that the world don't revolve around you. And that's the problem with these niggas now, man. They got a bunch of people like these comments talking about the child come first, the child this. Why? But that's why these little motherfuckers so spoiled. And when shit don't go their way, they will blast you. That's why that one dude killed his mother for that money. Yeah, he killed his mother. Yeah, he killed her because. Yeah, exactly. He did that because he think everything is supposed to revolve around him. Supposed to get what the fuck he want when he want it. Hey, this a rock 30.
That's why I was holding 7.
It's 7.
Damn. That's why I was holding, bro. That's why I was holding.
And it's such an obscure precept, so I know the spirit. Sirach 30:7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. You're not supposed to cater to your fucking child. Yeah. Otherwise, they'll think too much of themselves, man. They'll be what they call a spoiled brat. Think everything's supposed to go their way, and life's supposed to be about their happiness.
Come on, bro.
All right, they have a warped perception of life and how it's supposed to be.
That's Sirach.
I got
Sirach 30:7.
I got a couple.
30:7. Con.
I got
That whole chapter's good.
They showed you.
Yeah, it's one more verse too. It's 2 more. Shit.
That ain't one.
And heart's not broken, becometh headstrong.
That's right.
And a child left to himself be willful. So a child has to be put in this place to understand. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. So you're supposed to make sure a child is put in its proper order, man.
Where you at?
Sirach 30.
Okay.
I started in 7.
Yeah, and I was gonna get the conquer, but that was perfect.
33 and 21.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Sirach 30. And another thing, these little kids, they don't have a thing of stay in a child's place. There's nobody telling a child anymore, stay in a child's place.
That's right. No,
All right, everything is just, it's all about you. You're the world, especially with the nigga woman. These bitches call their children little kings. Are you my king?
Yep.
How does this little nigga, this is my king.
Catering to
this is my king. And
Right,
this
when,
is a single mother.
which makes no sense when you think that he's a seed of his father. So is his father not your king?
Yeah. Hey, they even
All right.
They even showed you that on All About Chris or whatever that fucking show was.
Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody
hates Chris. Where his father was talking about, where's my big piece of chicken at?
Right. Yeah, I remember that. You're right, because they have the chicken, he wanted the big piece.
Exactly.
Right? We can bring out what you got, and we're going to go to some of these concepts. Go ahead, brother.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and last thou gnash thy teeth in the end. So what you do with a child early in his life, that's how he's going to grow up to expect life to be. So you're supposed to be having out lessons every day with your child is lessons. You'll enjoy them later on. All right? You'll be able to have that drink with him because he's now a respectable, responsible, active member of society. Instead of this little brat that when shit don't go his way, he crash out. That's why you got so many crash outs right now.
And he had nasty ass dreads, and he was gonna handle his confrontations and his disagreements the same way his mother did.
Yeah,
right. Volatile and not being inconsiderate, unruly, and what's the word that I'm looking for? When a person
insubordinate.
No, not insubordinate. The word when you can't even deal with a person, unreasonable. He's gonna be unreasonable, and it's gonna lead to violence, to either him shooting somebody or somebody shooting him.
Jailbait.
All right.
I got that for you, y'all. This is Rock 33:21. For better it is that thy children should seek to thee, than that thou shouldest stand to their courtesy. So you're supposed to make sure a child know that they're a child. All right, life ain't about you. When you grow up and you the man in your house, then it is about you. When you're with your woman, it's about you. And the scriptures even say the Lord confirming the authority of the mother over the children. These days, these women treat their children the way they're supposed to treat their men.
Exactly.
They cater to the fucking child.
I got it.
All right, they doing all the chores. Look, like the last bitch I had to give them young men chores. She doing all the shit for them. Scarf doing some shit for me. All right, but she doing. No, they can do this shit. Exactly. That's a fucking.
And that's the thing going on right now, where these females they're sitting with their children, watching movies with their sons. They're using their sons as a surrogate man. You know what I'm saying? As this is my man, but this is your son. And there's a thing going on in Israel, in the so-called J communities right now, where they're literally they're using their sons as if they're their mans, going out on dates, watching movie nights, cuddling up, sleeping up as a surrogate man.
These bitches kiss their sons and they bite their lips now. You know, you will see a nigga woman, Newport breath and all, biting her son lip. They real intimate with these kids.
I got you back.
Matt texted me. Mathiah texted me, said, go to verse 19. So Sirach 33:19. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest, and give not thy goods to another, lest they repent thee, and thou treat for the same again. I'm going to keep going. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. Verse 22. And all thy works keep to thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thy honor. So while it's your household, you a man, you have to keep the preeminence. You're the king of that house.
Yes.
Point blank, period. It's not.
I was gonna say it must be obeyed.
Yes.
By your woman and then the children.
Yes, it's not. It's not the sense. Oh, you don't care about the child. It ain't like the nigga said. Starve, motherfucker. The order must be established, man. All right, hey. It's just that simple. He provided for the nigga already. If he didn't want the nigga to die, he wouldn't be providing for him.
That's right.
He's already doing all that. He just want the order established because that's what the fuck it is, man.
Exactly.
Just like a bitch, A bitch won't shit her fucking way, but expect the manager. This is why you niggas are simps. Because you will
And
bow
there's a
down and
bunch
cater
of
to a
simps on that
bitch.
fucking comic book.
You bow down,
Oh,
cater
yeah.
to a bitch, bow down, cater to a fucking child, and you just take shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's supposed to be the other fucking way around, man.
Yeah,
I gotta back you up. This is Isaiah 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. This is the Amplified. Oh, my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, your leaders lead you astray, and confuse, destroy, swallow up the direction, the direction of your paths. You follow the so-called nigga woman, these kids,
Emotionally fucked
all right?
up.
These kids will go bankrupt over making sure their child, who was 3, 4, 5 years old,
Got
have
some
a
Jordans and
$150 pair of Jordans, kid style,
I've
that they're
seen
going
it.
to outgrow
I've
in
seen
3
it.
months.
I've
All right,
seen
and then go to Esau Edom and tell them, "Hey, I need more child support because I need $100,000 a month to raise up my child to give him $600."
Desire not the multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. Sirach 16 and 1.
Yep.
All right, you don't put that little ungodly, dread-headed
above you,
little niglet, over the man who's feeding and clothing and taking care of him and housing him.
Can I get the order?
You don't do that.
You got Corinthians
Absolutely.
11. I got
First.
it.
Yeah, that's the I've been waiting on this one.
Yeah. First
And
Corinthians.
we ain't even gonna go to the comments. It's just gonna make you mad, man.
It did. I brought that up.
First Corinthians 11 and 1. It says,
Listen up, everybody who was on that comment board. Women who putting the children above the man.
That kid gotta eat first.
Is that the chick? Is her video?
No,
I'm not sure though.
I don't know. She one of the chicks who was talking shit on there.
Kid got it.
Yeah, she proud as hell.
Hey, because hey, you can do a test, and the first question is, to anybody, women, and say, should the Lord Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, should he obey his Father God? It's the head, the Most High God, Yahweh. All right, if he's the head, should whoever is right under him obey him? All right, be in compliance with him and serve him. They say yeah, right?
Yep, sure will.
All right. Well, above the man is Yahushua. Should the man be obedient to their head, Yahushua?
Of course.
All right. Should they obey him and be in compliance
A man
and
of God.
serve him?
A man of God.
I'm gonna skip one. I'm gonna go down to say, should the child obey their parent, even if it's a woman? Should the child obey the head, their mother?
Sure.
And be in compliance and obey her and serve her?
Don't give her no fucking trouble. Sure.
Yeah. Well, how about a man who's the head over the woman? Should the woman?
Oh, fuck that. You're talking shit.
Oh, what happened? Wait a minute. We were just going around the order. Wait a minute. Right. So you skip the man being the head over the woman, but all the other one you be cool with. Yes, the Lord should obey the Father.
I'm an independent black woman. I don't need no man.
1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua. All right? The head of every man is Yahushua. So every man should obey, be in compliance, follow, emulate, imitate, be about whatever he say, whatever you like. I want to serve you, my head, Yahushua. Whatever you like. Don't do this? Okay, I won't do that. Oh, do this? This is what I want to do. All right, yes, you get first. You get the preeminence. You're my head because I do want protection from you. I do want guidance from you. All right, I do want you to lead me and protect me and all these things. So I should listen to you.
Those provisions that you go provide.
Exactly. So I need to serve him and obey him. Well, it says the head of the woman is the man. Oh! The head of I'm reading the Bible. The head of the woman is the man. So,
and if the man says,
go,
I want my plate first.
Yep.
I feed you. I feed him.
Yep.
All right. So all he wanted was to sit and the boy sitting at the head of the table.
That's right. Absolutely.
All she had to do
He's
was,
sitting at the fucking head of the table on top of that.
Yeah.
because the thing is, surely he just walked in the house. His thing is, bitch, all you have to do is make his plate, put it in the microwave, so he come in and give it to him right away. He didn't say the little nigga can't be eating. He said, I want my plate first.
Right.
He's still standing there fucking waiting.
Right.
Make the plate, put it in the
on side.
microwave.
Yep.
Then they can eat. The point is, get his shit first.
That's it.
It's that fucking simple.
That's
So then
it.
when he ready for it, it's there.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up in that scenario.
Exactly. And well, that's what I'm saying. You can go back to the ancient time. You know what I'm saying? But you see how it get worse and worse, you know, as time, you know, progresses. Because wickedness is gotta reach its height. So that means wickedness and out of order and backward assness is just gonna reach its height.
Well, you know what? Can I just jump in there real
Yes,
quick?
sir.
This is the Ecclesiastes 16:6. In the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled. And in a rebellious nation, wrath is set on fire. The Lord is about to tear
This
you
shit,
two-third ass, wicked ass, woman worshiping, child worshiping ass, Negroes and Spigroes. Y'all about to get it, man. Y'all about to get it, and I cannot wait.
So I'm gonna finish this and then Capo, I'll go that arm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You changed up.
No, he did the Moses. You see the Moses he did?
Right, yeah.
His hands.
So 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man,
Yes.
and the head of Yahushua is Yahweh, the Most High God.
That is.
That's the order. That's how it goes. You don't like it? Take it up with the big guy.
Well, I was just gonna say, because the game
We
is
gonna go
cold,
around
but it's
finish.
fair.
Benji got
The Elder
that.
Malcolm, he's always shared the same sentiment to us that he just said since I first came to camp. He said, "Don't you ever get with a single mother." All right, and this is
And hey, I was telling you that through experience.
experience.
For what I've been through and what I've seen over and over again, man. You know, the being the father to it's a thankless job, man. All right, especially when you providing and feeding and taking care of someone else's child, and in a lot of cases, a woman is still creeping with that guy. All right, or the door he always has a way back in because of familiarity.
Even that video right there, the dude who he took the plate from, he didn't stand up for that man. He was up there feeding his motherfucking face.
He didn't even stop eating. He still
was
going.
straight.
He was enjoying the
meal prepared.
He was enjoying the whole argument.
Yeah.
He was eating to be disrespectful.
Yeah, like
He was
my mom was at me.
Yeah, right.
But if I may,
Sure, I eat before you, nigga.
right? Because and that's the
Brian.
shit. One of the main red flags.
You ain't my dad.
You ain't my daddy.
Right. One of the main red flags in these fucking females nowadays. A, she's a single mother. B, if she say I don't need to whoop my kids, run, fucking run.
Yeah.
You are setting yourself up for a life of disrespect.
Yep.
And coming third, no matter how much or how little you contribute to that so-called relationship.
My child come before anybody. My child come first.
It's
I'm
fucking
my
out of
child.
order.
So that's the sign of an extremely ungodly woman.
Yes.
Because if you loved your child, you're gonna follow the order of the Lord and put your man first. That ain't saying that you putting your child down. That's not saying that you disrespecting and not taking care of your child.
Just order.
All it's saying is that you following the order of the Lord that you so-called say you believe in.
Yeah, that child just grew up to be an unruly bastard.
Exactly. And
That doesn't know order. And that's the problem. Our people are Salakia, brother. And our people are just fucking disorderly.
Oh, one last point, because that's dumping spirit wrong. Because I want to say this. We kind of glossed over a very important part in Isaiah 3, because Jake refused to read the King James Version when it hit us hard. It says, they destroy the way of thy paths, they which lead thee. So the way this shit is set up, where the women is ruling the household and putting the children on a pedestal, is destroying the path, because how these little bastards growing up, man.
That's why they all in jail and shooting and killing each other.
Exactly. They don't respect any male authority.
Exactly.
All male authority is shit to them because they're taught that male authority is shit. There's no male authority. The woman runs shit. There's no male authority. The woman is who you follow. Kiss the woman's ass and then do as you fucking feel.
Yep.
Happy wife, happy
It's all about you. It's about what the fuck you want.
Yep.
And then you got these niggas that go catch 10 bodies right now, and then you know how they get caught? Because they simping for some bitch.
Hey, we brought that out the other day. The majority of the niggas in jail are in there over a fucking female.
Yep.
99%.
My cousin's father was a police officer, died a police officer in the line of duty, and he told my cousin that. And he told him that years ago, way before the truth, way before I woke up. He told him that when he was a teenager. He told him to be careful with these women, all right? Because his father ended up, you know, my aunt, I ain't even, you know, my cousin's mother, I'm not even going to speak on her because I got nothing good to say. So I just won't speak, all right? But he ended up in Mexico with a whole other family, a whole other wife. And his father's a Gadite, all right? And he told him, be careful of these women, especially, and I guess he was messing, when he went to go see his son, he was 17, had his own spot, and there was an old dark-ass woman in there with him. And he said, be careful of them real dark ones like that. See, because he said that most of these men in jail behind women like that, son. And he told him, you know, and he told him that, look, and then he said, hey, hug me, give me a kiss, son. And he said, if you can't hug and kiss your own father and get on your knees and pray in front of that woman, and she got a problem with that, then you don't need her. All right? You know?
Wow.
Let me read these scriptures. Yeah. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7. I'm going to hit 23 and jump to 26. It says, have you children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. And like the St. Benjamin was saying, this is why we live in a world full of crash outs, because none of these children have been given instruction. They don't understand nor respect male authority. And that's why the Elder Malcolm
unless you so-called white. Salaki.
Right. And that's why the Elder Malcolm always told us, do not get with a fucking single mother, because when you do that shit, you get handed all the responsibility, but you have zero authority.
Right.
That's a bad fucking deal.
Right.
And it's stupid.
Right.
Go work all day, 40
Right.
hours a week,
Right.
go put all the food, go do all the lines work, try to go set everything up.
And trust me, and still like a fool. Well, you know, I tried it, you know, but the woman showed her true colors.
I did,
you know.
I bumped my head too.
So you know, it just yeah.
Let me get 26. This is Sirach 7 and 26. It says, have you a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. And 98% of these fucking females, because I'm gonna call them females because they're not women, they're females. They are light women. They hate order, don't understand order, do not respect male authority, and even when you really just, you think you're doing yourself a service, you think you're doing the thing that's honorable, you really just fucking, you subjecting yourself to a life of enslavement and disrespect, man.
Yeah. Can I give you a definition of the word woman? And etymon? It's adult female human. All right? It says literally woman, man. Woman, female servant.
Serve.
Yep.
Female servant. A woman's supposed to be a female servant. If that's the definition of what a woman is, and you cannot teach, and make sure your females are under the understanding of the vibration they're supposed to be in, you're simp as nothing, and you are turning things upside down the way the Lord's orders is supposed
And
to be.
we are the woman, the man is the woman to Yahushua. Because Yahushua is the bridegroom and we are the bride. And so we should be like the woman to and serve Yahweh.
And it also means wife. When you go into that read more in that etymology, and then when you go into wife, it means woman. So your fucking woman's supposed to be your wife and your servant. And she ain't serving you or being a wife. That's why, that's why I call them regular ass females. Because when have the last time a fucking female out here been a wife or a servant to a man?
Maybe like in 1940 something.
long time ago.
Right, before World War II, around World War II.
Yeah.
All right.
These bitches are out of fucking
And
order.
probably in Europe, because they had TV and radio by that time here in America, and the Western women been off ever since.
Exactly. So they out of order and they bitches, man.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy 3, starting about 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. When you go into that gravity, that's G4584. The characteristic of a thing or person which entitles or reverence and respect, dignity, majesty, sanctity, honor, and purity. You're supposed to have your kids where they say, my dad is the head of this house. This is how this goes. When he say something, that's law.
Well, that's why when you watch a lot of old movies, old black and white films, the girl, a guy had to seek the permission of the father to court his daughter.
Right.
All right. Or when something was going down, the mother had to check with her husband. The son had to check with her father.
Right.
With his father. All right. Now, you fast forward to today. I said it right. The son has to check with her father. All right. Because these sons are calling themselves women and all kind of weird mess, man.
Right.
So everything's backwards and upside down, and and it's gonna take the Lord to clean it up.
These dudes in there, I gotta check with the old ball and chain spirit.
Yeah.
I gotta ask my better half.
My better half, right?
That shit,
These niggas are the woman now.
Yeah.
Woman worship.
Hey, this is Genesis 3:16. Perfect. The woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, which you going to bring forth your husband's children, not the other nigga children, and he got to take care of them. Another man. And thy desire should be to thy husband. You supposed to desire your husband, follow him. Follow his order, what he tells you to do. It don't matter. And he shall rule over thee. He's supposed to rule over your ass. That's just what it is. That's the law. That's how the Lord set everything up from the beginning. Anything else outside of that, you're dead. Like it says, she that liveth in pleasures is dead while she living.
That's why one of the reasons why they're really pushing hard to get rid of the Bible now too. Is you notice there's a lot of videos that are circulating right now on both YouTube, on TikTok and Instagram of Edomites saying that Jesus isn't real and God isn't real. Well, you're right. Jesus isn't real. Y'all made that shit up.
That's right.
That's not scriptural. And then you even put the J word in the Bible when you printed it. All right? But Yahushua is real. All right? And the gospel of Yahushua, the gospel of Jesus, you can come as you are. You can call yourself a man when you're a woman. You can call yourself a woman when you're a man. All right, or you can identify as a small rabbit or whatever the hell, they be on all kind of bullshit.
But you know what's
right?
You know what's Zaquan? It's hard for nowadays because the women are so adulterous and just slept with like 1,000 men. You really can't even bond with her like that.
No, you can't.
If you had a virgin, she be clean.
You can't pair bond with these women. It's hard. It's hard. And you can't pair bond with a woman who's been with more women than her grandmothers had birthdays. More men than her. All right, but actually, I said more women because that's the case too. But twice the amount of men that her grandmother had birthdays. But bring out your scripture, Benjamin. We're gonna shut it down.
It's 2 Timothy 2:6. The husbandman that laboreth must be partaker of the fruit. The 2 Timothy 2:6. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits.
There it is.
There it is. So read it one more time.
That's the razor blade.
Shit.
2 Timothy 2:6. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits.
There it is, man. The husband that laboreth must be first, all right, partaker of the fruits, man.
Esther and the what happened with King Ahasuerus after the bullshit of Vashti. And it's like man, young and old, rich, poor, no matter what, they must be all given honor by their wives. Don't give a fuck what the fuck you are.
Hey, and that's why here it is right now. it's no glory for us right now, man.
That's right.
Until Yahweh Shai is glorified here on the earth.
This
man.
is not our rest.
You see, he gets the glory first. He gets the preeminence, man.
So we still in the curse.
And so you should follow that example and that order that the Most High God set up, man. You see? So,
Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory until
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
Guam Yasharala.
Guam Yasharala.
Ba Ba Ba.
Ba Ba Ba.